When effort doesn't equal results, ever felt like you've given everything you've got, revising for hours, rereading your notes, doing your absolute best, and still come out with disappointing results? You're not alone. In fact, you're in good company, because this is one of the most common frustrations students experience, especially those with learning differences like dyslexia, DCD, dyspraxia, ADHD, or autism. You're showing up, putting in the time, trying really hard, and still the grades or feedback don't reflect the effort. It's not only frustrating, it's demoralizing. You might start thinking, why bother? I'm clearly not smart enough. Everyone else makes it look easy. What's wrong with me? Let's stop right there. There's nothing wrong with your effort. You're working hard. What might need tweaking is your approach. Traditional study strategies like silent reading, copying notes over and over, or endlessly highlighting don't work for everyone. And they especially don't work for brains that process, store, and recall information differently. This video is your guide to getting unstuck. We're here to help you. Learn in ways that actually work for your brain. Stop overworking and start learning efficiently. Understand why certain strategies aren't helping and what to do instead. Let's talk about working smarter, not just harder. Strategy 1, learning that feels like you. Go multi-sensory. Have you ever remembered a song lyric better than a science fact, or remembered something just because you made a doodle of it? That's multi-sensory learning in action. And it's one of the most powerful strategies for learners who feel stuck. Multisensory learning means using more than one sense, sight, sound, touch, movement, to absorb and recall information. And it's backed by science. Using multiple senses builds more connections in your brain, which means better memory and understanding. It activates more of the brain, helping information stick. It keeps you engaged, especially helpful if you struggle with focus or get bored quickly. It makes abstract ideas more concrete and memorable. Turn your revision notes into a song or rap. Use color-coded cards or sticky notes to map out a topic. Create physical models with Lego, clay, or paper to represent key ideas. Walk around while you recite facts aloud. Use apps that speak information aloud while you read it. Trace out spellings with your finger in sand, rice, or on a textured surface. Get hands-on. Don't just write notes. Build, cut, stick, arrange, act out. Use tech tools. Voice recorders, text-to-speech software, or even talking flashcards can boost recall. Make it weird. The stranger the story or visual you link to a fact, the more likely your brain is to remember it. Think of it like revising in 3D. Your brain loves it. Another big reason effort doesn't lead to results, because we all fall into the trap of sticking to one thinking style. You've probably heard people say, I'm a visual learner. I can't do maths. I'm more creative. I need to write everything down to learn. These statements feel true, but they can become limiting. The truth is, your brain is capable of much more. It just hasn't had the right training yet. Let's talk about thinking styles. There are two broad types we focus on. Holistic thinkers, big picture people, love ideas, brainstorming, imagination, see connections quickly, may miss out on fine details or step-by-step tasks. Detail thinkers, love structure, sequences, order. Good at following instructions and routines, may struggle with ambiguity or creativity. Here's the key: you need both. Being stuck in just one style means you're not using the full capacity of your brain. If you love mind maps, try organizing ideas into a timeline or bullet points. If you're used to writing long notes, try making an infographic or comic strip. If you usually think in steps, challenge yourself with open-ended questions or what-if scenarios. If you struggle with logic problems, break them into visuals or flowcharts. Try this. Choose a topic you're revising and explain it in 3 different ways: as a diagram, a story, and a step-by-step process. It's not just good for your understanding, it makes the information stickier in your memory. Different styles activate different brain regions, which improves recall later on. For students with learning differences, school often feels like an uphill climb. Not because of lack of ability, but because the systems are designed for a narrow kind of learner. That's not your fault. It's not about trying harder in a system that doesn't suit you. It's about finding ways to learn that actually work, ways that feel natural, effective, and empowering. Multisensory learning and flexible thinking aren't just alternatives. They're smart, research-backed strategies that give you the edge. Here's what we've learned in this video. Hard work is only part of the puzzle. If your methods don't work for your brain, effort won't equal results. Multisensory learning makes studying more effective, more memorable, and way more enjoyable. Thinking flexibly means stepping outside your comfort zone and activating new areas of your brain, which builds long-term learning power. You are not the problem. If you're not getting the results you deserve, it's time to change your strategy, not your worth. Try this smarter study experiment. Pick a topic you're struggling with. Now choose one multisensory strategy like role-playing, drawing, singing, or creating something with your hands, and one new thinking approach such as switching from story-based to logical or vice versa. Use both to revise. Then test yourself 24 hours later. Did it stick better? What surprised you? Do this experiment for one topic a week. Keep a log of what works and what doesn't. Over time, you'll build your very own personalized learning strategy bank. You've got this, because here's the truth. Your brain is capable of incredible learning when it's taught in the right way. So be bold, try new things, ditch the old methods that weren't serving you, and build a new way forward. Smarter, stronger, on your terms.